First, it's a taxpayer-funded app that's supposed to make schools safer. Now some school districts are calling out its failures, saying it's causing more harm than good. Thank you for joining us on this Oscar Sunday. I'm Ava Van Valen.
And I'm Channing Frampton. Since last year, Florida students have reported more than 6,000 tips using the state's new school safety app.
But as investigative reporter Katie LeGrone explains, the Fortify Florida app, which lets students anonymously report suspicious activity, is causing a lot of frustration, and now we're all paying for it.
If you want to know what Florida students are reporting through the state's new school safety app, the state won't tell you. It's exempt, emailed the spokesperson from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which oversees the app. But ask school districts.
Come into the restroom so you can see my private parts.
The flavor of the food in the cafeteria.
There's a coyote in my front yard.
Known as Fortify Florida, the app is intended to let students anonymously alert schools and law enforcement to potential trouble before it happens.
Any tool that helps people report suspicious activity, we think is a positive thing.
Inspired by the Parkland shooting, even the White House gave Florida a nod for it. Big priority, Florida is getting it done, tweeted President Trump. But while the phone app has generated over 6,000 tips statewide since it went live in 2018,
it's just frustrating.
Some school districts are now calling out its failures.
We get a lot of erroneous tips that take up a lot of time.
Where information was not deemed credible.
Not as useful as it could be.
Back in October, one tip alerted Indian River County authorities to a Snapchat post claiming a student was going to shoot up this middle school. Police spent all night investigating, searched the boy's home to discover it originated with a girl, angry over their breakup.
We acted in the best interest of children.
In Pasco County, of the 150 tips received, the majority turned out not to be credible. One even shut down an entire school, said its superintendent, Kurt Browning.
When you do that, I will assure you that there was no education going on that day, no educating of students.
The number of false alarms so consuming, Browning, who also leads the state's Superintendents Association, sent this text to the state's education boss, pleading for help. The number of kids entering bogus tips is consuming a great deal of resources. It is a total distraction for all of us. This formal memo followed.
Did you get any response back?
I got a brief response that says, yes, we can talk about it.
School leaders point to weaknesses with the app itself. Tipsters can't be tracked. There's no way to prevent false tips. The company behind it, App Armor, describes itself online as innovators of public safety, operates out of Canada, and according to state records, offered Florida the best value. A 3-year, $250,000 contract to build, operate, and manage the mobile app. State records show one competitor protested, questioning App Armor's material inexperience. The protest withdrawn. We cannot discuss a product built for a customer, App Armor's CEO and co-founder told us in an email.
I'm just concerned that perhaps, we're squandering essentially our tax dollars.
Kisa Shapiro is a gun violence prevention activist who works with schools and teens in Hillsborough County. She's heard enough concerns about the app, she has yet to endorse it and encourage students to use it.
I don't feel that we've received enough information or positive feedback in order to say that this is working really well.
While the state isn't commenting on concerns about the Fortify app,
the bill also requires Fortify Florida to provide notification to users regarding potential criminal penalties for false reporting.
Lawmakers are. A bill is moving through Tallahassee aimed at reducing the number of false tips. Everyone knew would come with an anonymous reporting app, but not at such a cost.
It's just frustrating being the superintendent and having the responsibility to educate all of our kids, only to find out that it just takes a tip referencing a school and everything stops at that school.
If the bill is approved, state officials say App Armor would change the app so authorities could track IP addresses of tips and criminally prosecute those who filed bogus ones. Katie LeGrone, ABC 27, investigates.
To learn more about the Fortify Florida app, just go to our website, WTXL.tv.